Hey y'all, welcome back to Knitting in Our Jeans. I'm Liz.
I'm Carolyn, and with my neckline.
Yes. And you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as TooLizzForYou, TOOLizzForYou.
And I'm CPREDMOR on Ravelry and Instagram. I post as Knitting in Our Jeans. And Rich and I are going to Aspen next Sunday, so there probably will be photos on Knitting in Our Jeans from Colorado. How exciting is that?
Very.
Very exciting. Yes. You're going to New Orleans.
Yep.
Beignets, the land of beignets. But you can't have any.
I can't have any.
I can have them, and coffee and beignets would be, if they were here, they would be my downfall, because I love those little fried pillows of flour. They're so good. They are so good. I've had them, I think, for breakfast and snacks every time I'm there. Always good. Yes. Where are you staying?
Downtown.
Oh, nice. That'd be very nice.
Not like fully, like not French Quarter downtown, but downtown.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, it should be nice.
Okay. Shall we dress the elephant in the room?
You mean the sweater on your body?
Yes. Yes, this is my finished Moma. So, I now have two Momas to wear to India Untangled or Rhinebeck.
Yeah.
Pick one.
For the weekend.
Yes. So we have bought our tickets. The Rhinebeck tickets are up for sale. I'm going to move out of the camera to take it off. So you can get your tickets.
Yes.
I guess India Untangled tickets have come and gone.
No, there's still some available, so take a look at the website. Yeah.
Oh.
Take a look at the site. Yeah.
I can't wait. I really can't wait. This would be very exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be a good year.
I could also wear my Momas in Colorado.
You could.
Because I've looked up the average temperature for while we're there, and it's middle 60s.
Nice.
So I'll probably wear at least
Considering the heat wave we had here for a little bit, that'll just be so refreshing.
Delightful, absolutely delightful. So yes, I finished my Moma. So that's a Rhinebeck sweater. Was it only last year that we saw the Moma?
Yeah, and you've made two.
I've made two. I find them incredibly easy. I know the woman that we talked to about it said she took her forever, but I'm retired.
Yes.
Yes. So
one must always remember, if comparing to one Carolyn, you must consider the fact that if you are a full-time working professional, you have less hours in the day to knit than she does.
Yes.
As she is currently retired.
I'm not knitting all the time. Sometimes my hands get tired.
Right, but
so then
typically
I picked up the Glacier.
Yeah, the Glacier Tunic.
To make another Rhinebeck sweater. And I started it. And I have done the yoke. I've separated for the sleeves.
You've done a full sleeve.
Finished one sleeve. And I am working on the next. I have done the original 18, or the starting 18 rows, and I've done the first set of 12.
Okay.
There's 9 more to go, so I'm keeping track of that. And then once you finish the total of 138 rows, then you do just straight stop. You don't do any more decreases. And so this is a decrease of every 12 rows. Then you do a straight stockinette stitch until it's the length that you want. They say 14 inches. That would have stopped, had my cuff about here, which is an interesting length, but not one that I wanted to participate in. So I did my cuff. I didn't start my cuff till it got to my wrist. And then I did an inch. I did a couple extra rows, so it was an inch of a cuff.
Nice.
I have not woven in the ends as yet. But yes, I had finished one sleeve. I will definitely finish the next sleeve before we get on the plane to Denver. What happens then is I go back to the body. And
I'm like seeing the body in person. I like the texture's nice. Like, it's not too much, but it's just enough with that speckly yarn.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I like it. And I was at I was at the equivalent of an Irish wake this afternoon, and people were coming up and looking at my sweater, and I had a lot of very positive comments about the color. I ended up having to put little markers to denote whether I was increasing before the marker or after the marker, because two sets of increases are before the markers and 2 are after the markers. And I was getting confused. Darn that dyslexia. And I put little extra knots in my sweater to help me figure that one out. I will have to, when I start again, I will have to move them down the sweater. And then when you get down to the bottom of the sweater, then Hohi has instructions on how to even out the chevrons. So apparently you do pie shapes or something to make it flat around the bottom. As you know, we do the sleeves so that we don't have to save yarn for the sleeves later. So I'll be able to make this, I think, pretty much as long as I want it to be. I do have to figure out what the chevron, filling in the chevrons will be. But basically the lowest chevron is just before the hem. So that will help in figuring out how far to go in the knitting. So yeah, that's what I've done. What have you done? What are you working on?
So, I got to a point on the Killer Queen where I was doing the big bubbles, the big bubbles. So we have little bubbles, big bubbles, and champagne flutes in this pattern. And I got up to the body big bubbles, and something wasn't working. And so I knit 2 sets of 3, like 2 of the 3 sets of the big bubbles, and it wasn't working. So I ripped it out. And that was, I started ripping it out before Labor Day, and then Labor Day weekend I ripped it out, and I started it over again. And the first set of bubbles are not working. And I was like, well, then I threw the tutorial up on the TV, and I did the same thing. Same thing. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I did that same thing. And then the next 2 bubbled. So I don't know what happened. I think the first one, it bubbles and it not, but I don't think it's that obvious unless I tell you about it.
And I think it's because it's the starter that maybe it doesn't bubble as much.
Yeah, maybe. So I got to the end of the, where is it? I got to the end of the contrast of this ball of contrast yarn, I believe. Where'd it go? Right here. I had this much left of the contrast yarn, and I said, okay, we're going to put the body on holders, and we're going to do the sleeves. This I'm going to do short-sleeved, because it's already such, like, it's alpaca and cotton. It's already a pretty decently heavy sweater.
It's going to be hot.
It's going to be nice and cozy.
Right,
but I think having it be short-sleeved is the way to go.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the champagne flutes on the sleeves and then do a bit of the main color and then the ribbing. I've already picked it up over here, and I've already started doing that. So nice. I'm in the second set. So most of these, so it's a pattern of 2 for the tiny bubbles, a pattern of 3 for big bubbles, and a pattern of 3 for these champagne flutes. So when you separate for the sleeves for my size, you've already done 1 of the 3 of the champagne flutes. So now I just have to do the other 2. And I am working away. And of course, it's sleeves, so, it's shockingly quicker.
With short sleeves?
Well, with short sleeves, but also comparative to the circumference of the body.
Well, yes.
So I think I will be able to get the sleeves done at least, hopefully this week, especially now that I've wound the ball of yarn that I needed to wind.
That helps.
Because I wanted to use a new ball of the main color. I didn't want to cut. Yeah, I didn't want to cut the main color of the body. So I'm going to just finish up these sleeves, and then I will
go.
Well, and then I think I'll try it on, and I might send you a photo and ask your opinion, because it's supposed to go So it's supposed to go into another set of tiny bubbles, and then I think it's supposed to have another set of champagne flutes.
I think that would be nice.
Yeah, so I can't decide if that would be too long.
You have to put it on with some of your clothes.
Exactly. So yeah, this is if I can find where I am. Tiny bubbles, tiny bubble, oh, tiny bubbles, tiny bubbles, tiny bubbles, bigger bubbles. Then you do 4 rounds of MC, yep, and then I did tiny bubbles. Where's my tiny bubbles? Where are they? Where are they? Oh, there they are. Okay, so I would do tiny bubbles, and then it says to do this second row of the tiny bubbles, and then, yeah, do the champagne flutes. And then it says to do some knit rounds, and then maybe it's tiny, and then it's tiny bubbles, and then it's to go for your hem. Mm-hmm. So maybe I'll just do it as per pattern, because as it is now, it is obviously extremely cropped.
Yeah.
So I think it needs that length, and I think it'll be good. I think it'll be more wearable.
Yeah, and I think we're looking at wearability. I mean, it's gorgeous. You want to be able to wear it.
Exactly. So that's the plan, and I'm hoping to get this done for Rhinebeck and be able to hopefully wear it at some point.
That'll be great.
On a Rhinebeck weekend, because I haven't finished that many sweaters this year.
Oh, and I have this much yarn.
I know. I'm
left
eyeing
over.
it because it's so pretty.
That's 860 yards.
Yeah. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's silk and superwash. It's beautiful.
It's great. So, I could be a colorwork sweater, or it could be, a yoke and cuffs and hem and stuff like that. I actually think I looked up something. I think there is a pattern in my collection of patterns, not whether it's my queue, it's in my library, that 900 yards would actually do something. So that's something to think about. I have another project that's partially underway.
Okay.
And in fact, will be done shortly.
Yes.
My dress. I showed you all this fabric way back in May, I think.
Probably.
And I have now...
It's really pretty.
Almost finished the dress. It's supposed to have pockets, but the opening for the pocket is really small. So I have... And this fabric, I'm really glad I lined it, because the fabric by itself doesn't have enough body to really hold itself together. It's really kind of a loose woven fabric. So I fully lined this entire shift. It's got gathering on the top of the yoke. I have top stitched. So I'm really pleased. We got that from the Irish Wake, and I took the pockets out. I have not finished resewing the side seam. It needs a finished side seam, and it needs hems of both the outside fabric, outside dress, and the lining, which I'm hoping to finish probably tomorrow, because it's supposed to rain. And then I can take that to Denver with me, because I can wear a turtleneck underneath.
Or a jacket.
Or a jacket. And that'll be fine. So I'm excited about that.
Or with leggings and the other Moma over it.
Yeah, I can do that. So that's nice to have done. I did not cut the blue out yet. I really wanted to see how this pattern went, and I've got a couple other patterns that I'd like to try out. My dieting, of course, is done shot to hell in a handbasket, as usual.
You know.
We keep trying, though. Every morning's a new opportunity to do better.
Okay.
That's right. So, we have bought our tickets to Rhinebeck. We mentioned that. We also looked today about tickets to Vogue Knitting Live in January, which is where we go here in New York. And one year I was lucky. I actually won a door prize. I won, admission in Marketplace and 2 classes or something like that?
Something like that,
I actually won the grand prize one year.
No.
No?
Was it the grand prize or was it just one of the prizes at the gala?
I don't know. I had 2 classes and a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
But you have to go to the dinner for that. And since we have food allergies, the dinner is a little dicey. So I have picked out 6 classes that I'd like to take. Hohi is gone. Hohi is totally booked. Totally booked. But she's the only one who's sold out. And the only way to have gotten Hohi is if you had picked one of the major packages, which included the dinner, the bag, and the
cocktail party, the gala dinner, the swag bag. The
swag bag is lovely.
It is. It's
great.
La Bien Amie. It's going to be beautiful.
It's going to be great.
But
there's $200 or $150 worth of Vogue coupons, which are nice. But honest to God, I've gotten those tickets so many years that I've gotten all the patterns that I really want. Or if I see, plus I get the Vogue knitting magazine pattern book, so many of them are in there. So I don't see the need for the coupon book anymore.
Well, and because also I realized the 2 books I think I'm looking for are the Stitchonomy. The Stitchonomies. They don't have 4 and 5 anymore.
Oh, I think I've got them all.
You do. So, I see them there.
Yeah.
But like the Stitchologies or Stitchionaries. That's what they are. I'm trying to read it from across the room.
This is
Stitchionaries. No, Stitchionaries.
Okay.
It's like dictionary, but stitches.
Yes.
And like those I'd like to have the full set of. I think I'm going to have to just go onto like thrift books or something to find them because they no longer have them in the web store.
But it pays to look at the classes and the lectures now so that you have an idea of what you want. Mm-hmm. We're waiting for the Broadway package to come up, which is what's included in that is 3 classes, any lectures?
No, just 3 classes and a marketplace ticket.
And a marketplace ticket. And to that, I will add 3 more classes and 2 lectures.
Yes. I'll go to the lectures with you.
Interested in the lectures?
Yeah, the lectures are interesting.
This year, she's looking at different classes.
Yes. Well, last year, neither of us had anything that was like, oh my God, I have to do.
Right.
And so we picked ones that we both were like, oh, that would be nice to do. This year, Mom starts the conversation with, I want to go to this class and this class and this. And I was like, great, awesome. So
there are more teachers this year than there were last year.
Okay.
And there's more teachers, there's more diversity of classes, I think. It seems like it's going to be a bigger year than last year. Last year was a rebuilding year.
Yeah.
Because the marketplace was not totally full. It'll be interesting to see if the marketplace is full this year. Mm-hmm. But yes, there were many more classes that caught my eye this time rather than last time. So I'm waiting for the Broadway tickets, the Broadway baby ticket package to come up, and then I'll just add more classes to it, and then I'll make my hotel reservations, and then we'll be set. Even though I have a Marriott membership, I'm not in the platinum. I have to.
You're gold.
I'm gold. I have stayed in enough nights in my lifetime to get platinum, but I have to have X number of stays in 1 year to become a platinum.
And no longer.
And I'm not working anymore, so I'm not going to conferences.
And I can't, because we don't have similar enough names, I can't pretend to be her.
Right.
Which you shouldn't do. That's not what... They have policies against that, but still. It's kind of nice to, get a free breakfast.
Yes, my father loved it. We went up to some relative's funeral, and I had made the reservations for Richard and I, and my father and my mom, and because I was a gold member, we got a free breakfast. Yeah. And my father all of a sudden perks up and goes, I kind of like this. This is pretty good. Oh, great. Okay. But I do like Marriott. I've been treated well at Marriott. I particularly like Residence Inns.
But we stay in the hotel that VKL is hosted in.
Which happens to be
because
Marriott.
It's easier.
Yes. Yes, we did try. We have tried going back and forth home because we're not that far.
No.
But it is late January, and it's cold.
Yes.
And then you're wandering around with your coat and your purse and just whatever you bought. And, you know, I'm lucky that I worked hard, low these many years, and I have enough money that I can get a hotel room.
Yes. And
I got someone I can share it with. So I buy the hotel room, she buys food.
I buy dinner and lunch and all that.
Yeah. Well, breakfast. Breakfast, and then I'm usually eating something left over from breakfast because I bring the little
exactly like
fake peanut butter packs.
Yeah, but breakfasts are also like half the time we
get it up to the room.
Yeah,
we usually get room service breakfast to the room because then we don't have to wait down in the restaurant. The restaurants at Vogue Knitting are often packed,
right? And
so for breakfast.
Then we don't have to worry about making classes and missing classes.
And we find that quite often we'll get a regular breakfast, and then there's add-ons. And between the add-ons and the regular breakfast, we get breakfast for the two of us.
Yeah.
I will say that they used to bring a pot of coffee.
Yeah, now they only bring a cup
of tea.
Yeah.
And now they only bring a cup. So that's a little disappointing. Last year, I got a suite. I upgraded to a suite.
Yes.
It was very roomy, and it was nice that we had all of the girls up for a party.
We had a bunch of people up.
Yeah. That was great.
Especially because, again, it was the first year back. Right. You know, we hadn't seen everyone.
So that was great. But I wasn't overawed with the way they had redone the room.
Right.
The coffee wasn't anywhere close to where the supplies were.
Yeah.
It was just oddly set up, whereas the regular rooms are much better thought out. So we'll just be getting a regular double this year. Rather than going for the suite. Somebody else in our group has decided they will try for the suite, and we'll go from there. So it's time to start looking at the classes and looking at backups of classes at the ones that, depending on what kind of tickets you want to buy. I think the state of the marketplace will be interesting this year to see whether it's full or not. Last year, it wasn't full in terms of vendors, and it wasn't full in terms of people either. But it wasn't the crush that we had before. Yeah. So, anyway, anything else you're working on?
I'm working on a few other things, too.
All right. So, go ahead.
So, I am close to being done with this clue.
I love that. I love that.
I am working away. I finished one half of the part of the clue, and now I'm working on getting this other half done down here. And I hope to be back on one needle doing this triangle infill that will be over here, an infill over here where it was the start over here. Hopefully I'll be doing that next week, or at least the week after, and because I want to bring that on the airplane when we go down to NOLA. But I don't want to be doing that, like, I don't want to be messing with a new section. Like, I want to be already at the new section. I don't want to have to deal with multiple needles trying to figure out, you know, where they go. And then I cast on another pair of socks.
Do you want me to show my foot?
Well, no, those we've already shown off.
Oh, okay.
I found socks in my drawer that I haven't worn in a few months, and I finished them a few months ago, because I made them too small. So Mom got them.
She binds off really tightly.
No, it's not the bind off for me.
Well, the bind off is tight.
Yeah, no, I agree. But we put it short. Yeah, it's just short. I screwed up. It happens. Mom got socks.
I got socks.
So this
Thank
one,
you, dear.
you're
I love
welcome.
my socks.
I know. So this one, I'm just starting. But as you all know, this year has been the year of socks for me. If for nothing else, it's easy to take on the subway, and it's easy to take, like, for work. So it's been working out. I am hoping to get at least this sweater done for Rhinebeck. I'm hoping to finish this one and then at least swatch the Hohi Instant Crush, which I showed you all before.
When I finish this, you're going to have to show me what I do to submit both to Indie Untangled and
You didn't submit for Hohi yet?
I filled out the form.
Okay, then you're good.
Okay. But then, I mean, you're done. You have to do something.
Yeah, we'll look that up when you're done.
Right. Both for Indy and this. All right. Because the Indy, we don't have to do anything until it's done.
Right.
Okay.
And same with Hohi. Hohi,
right.
You don't have to worry about it until
I
it's done.
registered.
Good. Then that's all that matters.
Okay. Stephen West has started some new make-along.
Hasn't started yet, but the Westnitz MCAL has been announced. It is a set of 4 gradient. I'm going to see what it looks like this year.
Yeah. Asylum Fibers has some colorways set together. I like her bright colors. Mm-hmm. But I'm not signing up for it till I see what the shawl looks like, because
last year we got burned.
Well, yeah, I'm not a shawl person. If I was someone who wore shawls on some kind of regular basis, I'm not. I'm a sweater girl. Mm-hmm. So I wish that he would make his shawl patterns and then a sweater pattern that was similar. Which, I mean, he has done. He's taken elements of them. He has. Yes, he has. And there's a couple sweaters of his that I'd like to do. There's one, I'll have to look at
the one that's over there, the painted bricks one?
Painted bricks, but there's one before that. That was another one. It's a crazy sweater that's somehow different. Anyway, I started. I didn't finish it. I'd have to find it. It's in one of these bags. So when I finish this, then I can go back to doing some of my whips, of which I've got 2 or 3 downstairs. I think when we go to Aspen, I may, depending how far I am on this, I may just take Chloe's dress and actually do the dress.
Good plan.
So that is an idea.
Oh, we have to talk to Dad about that.
Yes, we do.
We forgot to say that at dinner. But yeah, other than that, we are looking forward to Rhinebeck.
Very much.
I don't know. We're going to see how quickly I can get the Killer Queen sweater done, and then I'm going to try and get a whip or 2 done, probably. I'd like to have more of my sweaters done. What a concept.
Because it's coming up to the time when we can wear them.
Yeah, I know. So, just working through that. And other than that, I don't know that we've got anything else to talk about.
No, we'll be gone for the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
Because I'll be in Aspen. We're flying out on Sunday morning, so we won't be able to record then, and we're not flying back until sometime on Sunday. We have to get our tickets, so we'll be getting that today. And then you're going to be gone that Sunday. So one of or both of us are in and out of town. But we'll be back the following week,
which is Kings County Fiber Festival weekend.
Brooklyn.
Yeah. I'm going to that with Patrina and Lisa.
Very nice. Then you'll have something to talk about.
Hopefully, yeah.
Take lots of pictures.
I will try.
All right.
I'm so bad at taking pictures, y'all. It's not even funny.
Some people just record everything, and then there's the rest of us who record almost nothing.
Yeah.
We're just kind of in the moment.
Well, because in high school and college, I felt like I recorded, way too much. I didn't experience things. I was way too focused on documenting it. And so I've been way more focused in, being present and, and then you don't get as many photos, which can be frustrating, but it is what it is. So.
I was so proud of myself because, I had bought that Letero sewing concept thing, and the fall 2023 came in. I bought it for $23. It came in, and I was trying to get it back to the mothership, and I couldn't find it. I was standing up here going, I should just leave it on the floor. I should just leave things out on the floor so I can find it. But I found it. It was in the downstairs closet. Conveniently in the original packaging, which of course doesn't say Letero right on the front of it.
We need to make you a label.
Make me a label that says Letero.
Anyway. I was going to say we need to. I need to put some batteries in my label maker and bring my label maker over.
Yeah,
because it's one of the fancy ones. It's one of the fancy printer ones.
That would be great. So anyway, I did find that. Whether or not I make something out of it in the next 3 weeks is up for grabs. Probably not, since we're going to be away. But try to finish the Hohi sweater, work on Chloe's dress, and then we'll have to talk about what we're doing for the other nugget.
The other nugget. Oh,
His
yeah.
birthday's coming up.
I don't know. I've got a pile of books and stuff for them that I meant to get them this summer, except then schedules didn't work out, and then little Miss got ill.
So you can give it to birthdays.
Well, I'll give it to them, or I'll just give it to them. I'll bring it up at birthday, and it just won't be birthday. It'll just be for everything, you know.
Could be. I'll have to look and see.
Auntie brings a whole bunch of stuff.
It's got to be 2, so I'll have to look up what toys are good for 2s.
I know, because I can't do the same gift. I need to figure out what's my 2-year-old's gift.
Exactly.
It's so difficult. You gotta be the best auntie.
Best.
Oh, except I did see that there is a company that is making it's like a table saw, but it's for kids for cardboard. And it's fully safety-ified, and it's essentially just like a hole punch that's going up and down in a sleeve, so like it can't get hair or fingers caught in it. But it's not released yet. It's going to be a Kickstarter. I'm very intrigued by it.
Show it to the mother.
We will show it, but I'm just like...
That sounds like fun.
If for nothing else, it'll be fun for Auntie.
There are kids' chainsaws?
That actually cut things?
No. They don't cut anything.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm thinking since his sister was trying to bop him in the head or saw his head, maybe I can get him a chainsaw.
Maybe, yeah.
You put a battery in it and it makes a noise, but it won't cut anything.
Well, yeah, it's so that they can mimic the parental who's outside cutting down stuff. Yep, that makes sense. Yeah, I have to talk to Ben about what we think. I also have to text my cousin to be like, what do you want us to give you?
That's a good idea. That is a good idea.
I mean...
Check in.
Yeah, considering we bought the backhoe and...
That didn't work. It lasted, 3 weeks?
It lasted 3 weeks and then someone broke it. Well, do they still have it? We should
check with her.
We should find out.
You just need a washer or something.
Yeah, and we'll just bring parts.
Bring parts when we go up.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Anything else?
No, that's about it.
Guys, time to weave in those ends.
And we'll talk to you all again in a few weeks.
Couple weeks, right.
Bye, y'all.